It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. We all love Boomhauer. Blah, 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 Frampa Joe.
It's just dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about blue, red, man, then you get to one side, and then you like messed up the other side.
What's up? It's the Off-Air Pod. I'm Liam. I have a small point of business. I'll keep it tight. Ben?
Hello there, no business.
Bell?
Well, we're tight for time, so no business.
Prod Andy?
Present, and I will yield my time for business also.
Prod Tina?
Hello, I'll save my business for next week.
It's good to know there's a bit of business there. We have the Maze Doe.
You!
And we have Jack.
Present and business.
Okay. All right. I don't know if our business is similar, Jack, but yeah, we are a little pressed for time today. We're getting a little close to the show. But I was saying that I think we should bring back a best of sort of podcast.
Yep.
I think this new sort
Not
of
my
show
business.
sort of lends itself to like a lot of the. We do a lot more bits, I think, like they're sort of tighter, which sort of make.
We got more bits.
It's got more bits rather than like longer form, like you're talking to footy players and that sort of stuff across the week. But the question is, what do we call?
There will be no footy players on this show.
No, you know what I mean. I just, it's less like this happened today, so this interviews and that sort of caper. So the question is, what do we call the best of? Now, I'd love to call it like the finest cuts or something fun like that.
I like that.
However,
so much
we're on
talk.
however,
where on the line is it?
yeah, I think the point of this podcast would be for people who don't listen to the podcast.
the whole
They
thing
click
is
on it and go, oh, that's actually not bad, and then they listen to more podcasts.
Yeah, the whole thing
of the
is
show.
like we do this off-air podcast, but if you listen to this and you don't really know who we are, if you're new to the show, this podcast would be very confusing and alienating.
But stick around.
Yeah, but stick around if you are new, please. But
Actually, just a quick shout out to
Yeah.
Ali as well, from a couple of booths down. Voices a lot of things here for us, and she stopped Belle and I in the corridor before and said, I'm obsessed with the Off-Air podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
And like, she's like, I've stopped listening to my other podcasts, and I love it because there's so many in-jokes. But what she's doing is, because she's new to it,
Yep.
she's going back through. So she'll hear an in-joke, and then it will make sense like 2 episodes later, because she's like
Love
listening
that.
in reverse.
Ellie's
so-
great. She does VO for us sometimes.
Yeah, but thanks, Ali.
So the off-air podcast is for like if you're properly in the world of the show, this is like the show for you. Then there's obviously the regular podcast, which is the day-to-day radio show. But I think the reason behind the best ofs is because if you are a new listener and you're sampling the show, you listen to the best of and you just get the best stuff.
So is there a question on how long that sample should be? Should it be short? Should it be long?
I don't know, is it just called best bits of the week?
I would like to put forward this week's good bits.
This week's good bits.
That's a little memey, and I get it.
Yeah.
No,
But
no,
it's
What about if we call
also
it-
I like that.
it
Says what it is.
A little long, but if there's one podcast you listen to in this feed, it should be this one.
Yeah,
F1.
I like that.
F1,
If you're
F2,
scrolling,
I
it
was
just
gonna
says
say-
this week's good bits, or this week's... No, it's just this
I
week's
was gonna
good
suggest
the
The big pot of good bits.
This week's
The
good
big
bits.
pot of good
I
bits. It's quite
like
funny.
this week's good bits.
All right, all right, guys. The new. Are we happy with that? We're signing off on that. I think I'm happy with
I
that.
liked if there's one podcast you should listen to this week, it should
Oh,
be this one.
Ben, just
What
put
if
it in.
I-
That's the description.
But it's
podcast
but for
formerly
me,
known as-
it's
I'll put that in.
comically long, but also
It won't show up in the title, though.
you get what you say on the tin, won't it?
I think I scroll past that.
Yeah.
What if I put it in parentheses after weekends? Weekends?
Or
We're doing a weekend show now?
what if that's the bio?
Yeah,
Well, I think,
that
yeah,
can be the vibe.
So,
That's what I
or
said
should it just be
before.
like this week?
Great idea, Andy.
Description. Screw
Fist
you.
bump.
I heard you, Bill.
Thanks,
So
Jack.
this
Good
week's
idea,
good. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what we'll call it.
Great. So that's what. So if you see the best of, that's why that's there.
Jack, you had a bit of business there.
Just a quick one. Now that we are, and this half bleeds into some votes, but it is not a reason for me voting for anyone for Team Member of the Week. We're obviously staying in the building a lot later now. So the last kind of workers to leave Nova are us.
Yep.
And
The
it's
hard
been-
workers.
and,
Particularly Jack, Tina, and Andy.
So
specifically.
last night, usually this is how it's been going whilst we have the current team. It'll be Andy. Andy gets his work done, then Tina gets her work done, and then I get my work done. And then last night we had pizza night, so we were stuck around a little bit later.
Had some Dominoes.
Had some
It was
Dominoes.
nice. I had
I didn't know it was
a nice
a
Get,
after
what'd you
the
get,
show.
sir? What'd you
Yeah.
get? What'd you
I just
get?
had the only type of pizza that I recognise is cheese pizza.
Yep. Tina?
What the
Got a
hell?
beef and
Andy?
onion.
Beef and onion?
Yeah, changed it up a little bit, yeah.
Jack?
Beef and onion and cheese pizza.
Have barbecue
What did
sauce
you-
on top. It's all right.
You get, Jack?
Loaded pepperoni.
That's by far the best pizza.
And a 1.25 Mountain Dew.
I'll get a loaded
I
pepperoni.
didn't drink it all.
I'll
In
get
fact,
it-
I hardly drank any.
I'll
of it.
get a loaded pepperoni, which is just extra pepperoni, but then I'll add pineapple and I'll add olives for a little bit of salty
Oh, hell
kick.
yeah. Sorry, to get to my business, I know we got to keep it quick.
You used to live. Sorry, just quickly. Ben used to live above Pizza Hut.
I did.
Did you stink of pepperoni?
Yeah, I got
And
a lot of.
processed
We
meats?
ate. My wife Sam and I at that time.
Oh, wow.
We weren't married. We were both in our early 20s. Ate a lot of pizza. Living
hell
above
yeah.
Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Where it was just Tina and I were enjoying our pizza. Tina goes, "I'm just going to put my pizza box in the bin on a balcony." And she joked, "If I don't come back in 10 seconds, I've accidentally locked myself out." Tina's gone for about 15 seconds. And I'm thinking about it, but I'm just getting my work done. And then the building alarm starts firing off.
Gosh.
You serious?
Tina set off the building alarm
Trying to break
because
in.
the doors of the balcony were alarmed.
Right.
And
Because that time that on your first day when someone broke in that weekend and stole all your
Yeah,
shit.
so Tina
Yeah.
set off the security alarm and the security
And
guard had to come up.
I was kind of like, oh, someone's alarm's going off. Surely that's not me. So I kind of put my head out a little bit. I was like, nah, not us. Walked in. It was louder inside, and then I see Jack running in the kitchen.
I wasn't running. This is how I was walking towards Tina. I was just like,
I love that.
So
Tina, are
security
you
had to
kidding?
come.
Yeah, the security guard. I was kind of freaking out. I was like, what do we do?
So why'd you go out? You
Yeah.
put your box out.
Well, the pizza box would fit in the bin that's out on the balcony.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. You didn't want the place stinking of
No, trying to
cheese
be
and beef and
courteous.
bacon.
Beef and onion.
But yeah, then the security guard was up near the lifts and he just looked at us and I was like, oh, and then I had to run over and explain what I did. And
As soon as the alarm went off, I knew it was Tina. However, I said to Andy this morning, I reckon one of us, we were bound to do it. One of us were bound to do it whilst we were here later. So I think it's fun that it was Tina, and it's fun that we got it out of
on
the
the
way.
balcony late before, like when we did the sparkler bomb and stuff.
That was. Oh yeah, true.
But I
Maybe
think
they've- I mean,
it wasn't maybe alarmed.
Yeah.
then.
yeah, they
Yeah.
probably only just got around
And we
to
didn't
it.
notify anyone.
It was a good pie. It was a good pie.
Good. God
Anyway,
bless you.
yeah, that's my business.
Well, without further ado, let's jump into
TMOTW.
We should shorten that so it says, it's a tomorrow of the week.
No, because people won't know.
Team member of the week of the week.
So, Ian, because if you're new to the show, you wouldn't even know what this is,
We
let
should
alone
have
what the
team member
tomorrow is.
of the week of the month.
time for the Tomotwa.
Mike's giving you grief. Ben.
Liam, go ahead and cast a vote. With
Oh,
you.
me? Okay, well, goodness gracious. Can I say this week has been really great? One of my fave weeks in a long time. Feel reinvigorated. Well, yeah, at that, like waking up naturally without an alarm is awesome. So tons of energy. But I feel like everyone was just throwing fastballs. Everyone was working real hard. I thought, Bell's bit this week I was really great with Christian, like the audio
yeah.
footy. I really loved
The old
that.
fella.
Am I doing round 2 of that? Is that
If you can
discussion?
capture more, I would love to.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
okay,
oh, yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
I loved Jack's Knowlesy video. I thought that was really good.
Thanks, Liam.
He edited that perfectly. Andy, the captain, he's been coming in early. He's been getting the topicals all there for us and staying late, ordering pizza with the guys. And I also thought Ben, very good this week. He had that idea of the Townsville thing, which is one of my favourite things. We called
Very
that
fun.
Old Woman. That was Ben's idea, and he obviously got me to do the call. It was a very selfless act. And Macy's been doing a great job on the off-air podcast of the New Breakfast Show.
Who's this round the room of congratulations?
But my winner this week goes to someone who's been putting some truly wild calls, some of the best calls we've had to air. Tina, well done. I feel like you've really upped your game this week, and the callers have just been banging. So well done, Tina. Thank you.
Banging callers.
I specifically like that. Sarah sent me a long text about this morning when I was at the gym. She's like, I'm dying listening to the podcast. That woman who was doing a wee on her partner's lawn and accidentally did a poo.
That was a one-night stand.
The one I stand.
I
Yeah,
had a
that's
lady
true.
come up to me at the gym this morning and say, I listened to your show, and last night I was in the car and I was pissing myself because the lady that also pooed herself.
Was that the one? So I
love
walked
that.
outside to speak to Jack, and you were laughing on the
no,
phone.
I couldn't.
No.
I could not
That-
put
that one was
call through. I'll
X-rated.
never be able.
Whoa,
I can't
can
say
we
that.
talk about it? Because
No,
you were
can't
wetting
say
yourself.
that, Tina, and then not say
You
what
were
it is.
wetting yourself. This is what the off-air podcast is all about.
And
This is
can I-
literally-
can
This is
I-
literally what it's
He knows
about.
What it is. Can
Should I
I
edit?
You can't use the language that you used to me yesterday,
Okay.
but you can talk about it.
Okay.
Or can she use the language and bleep the language parts out?
No, because then people miss out.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
It's
okay.
quite funny though.
You're in the bedroom,
Mhm.
and maybe the man
Why did we get Tina to tell a story?
Yeah,
She's anyone. She's anyone.
No, you're right. You're right. You heard the
She's
call.
the primary source.
We tried to PG it. Went into the belly button.
Really?
Yeah.
As in, he thought that was the target.
Yes. And
what?
got a bit excited. Yeah.
Wait, he put his hang on. So he
Or
put his.
hand.
I can say penis. He put his penis into her belly button.
Yeah, and then just basically came really early. And,
Okay, Tina. Well, I mean, you were doing very well, man.
but no, but how she
small is it?
Yeah.
Must have been a deep
and how
crevice.
she worded it was amazing. Like it was just
That's
It was
insane.
a great phone. I just,
No.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
I wish we
I
had
was
that.
hysterical.
I wish we
That's
had that
fine.
call.
We can put that to her.
not how she was saying.
Well, don't.
she,
No, you gotta
she-
finesse her
She
language.
sounded uncoachable.
You might
Downvote for Tina for not putting that call on air.
talk about shafts and things. I don't think I could put it through.
I'd say
Dude.
shaft was a nicer word than penis.
But
No,
I,
penis
Yeah,
is
there-
medical.
Yeah, there was a lot.
But bro, like I'm just like,
She went into a
But
lot of details.
that's
It
why
was
we
great.
have the off-air pod, because then you
Oh,
can
man.
find out the
Because you
story
can do
and
it.
get
I
there.
literally walked back in the guys and said, "This is gonna be fire." Tina is wetting herself,
And it
out
was.
there. It still was, but I'm like, I didn't realize
wasn't
that.
Yeah, it would have been great if we had bad calls and you were like, "What was Tina laughing at?"
Yeah.
Jack, you're up to vote. Yeah.
I'd like to give an honourable mention to Tina for giving me some joy when she set the building alarm off. That was pretty funny. My vote. I know we've had a banging week, as Liam said, and everyone's been doing an amazing job, but someone that I think is just putting joy on everyone's faces is Macy. I think the energy that she's bringing with all this stuff going down in the last couple of weeks, it's just... Your eyes light up when you see Macy just come and just wander
It
at
is-
you
look,
and just go...
pure vibe,
It's
though.
incredible that you can split the vibe over two podcasts. It is amazing.
Even though you hate it.
Even though Belle hates it, yeah.
I'm up to vote next. Honourable mention to Alex, temporary scudder.
Yes.
Yeah, very true.
Who is in Sydney
At home.
At home.
Yeah.
He's been throwing fastballs as well.
Sydney, he lives.
I call him.
He plays a very perfect game. He doesn't really make mistakes.
No,
ever.
I call him the GOAT. He is like a legend of audio producing, and
I hope Scudder doesn't hear this.
yeah, but
Scudder's GOAT too.
Yeah, Scudder's great. It's you can be Pele and Scudder can be Messi. You know?
I don't know
Absolutely.
what that means.
Messi.
So I thought you were going to say Maradona, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Anyway, Alex has been phenomenal this week, as he always is. Not being with someone and him being able to make it feel like we're in the room with the guy and seamless is great.
Even, for example, like at the start of the week, I did those like songs like the Wiggles and like stuff. I was
Yeah.
making jokes about like TAB like sponsoring, and like normally I would do that in a booth with Scudder where I'm listening to the music. But it was me on YouTube with my AirPods in, singing into a mic with
That's how we
Andy,
used to do
and then
it.
like
Oh my
and then
God.
Andy had to like send that to Sydney, and it would be way harder for Alex to do it that way. But he did a great job.
I'm also going to vote for producer Tina though for my vote.
God bless you.
I feel like she's just throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs with the calls that we're taking this week.
God bless.
And yeah, doing an exceptional
Tina's
job.
arrived.
The national
Tina's here,
show
baby.
has like unlocked so many amazing calls. It
Yeah.
feels like the Triple J days where, and Liam, you always say this, you could fart into the microphone and you get calls. It feels like you can throw some crazier call-outs out there and you just get calls.
Yeah, like you can just go. The things in Melbourne in the morning when you're like, oh, it's a bit early, like it's probably,
Yeah.
like less people like listening. It's like, oh, no one's gonna call for that. But you
Yeah.
can. I'm hoping we can just do some real whack ones
Yeah.
in like a month.
We have, going by the data, the audience increases by about 350k at night time and
Yeah.
much younger.
That'd,
Yeah.
that'd do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe we could reel out our all-time one.
Yeah. So with with Melbourne Brekkie, you had like it varies, but you had about 500,000. With the new national show, it's closer to 1 million, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yep. Ben, you're up to votes, yeah.
I want to give a dishonorable mention this week to Tina. Something that's been causing a fair bit of drama behind the scenes is the new rundown that we're running with, and we're all very particular with the rundown. But because we're doing 2 hours now, we decided to fully change how it's formatted. And yesterday, Tina came in with a I don't even know what to call it, but it was a double-paged rundown. It was horrible to look at. I hated it. So
Monster.
dishonorable
No, I
mention to
hate
Tina.
it too. And
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Well, yeah, do you hate the rundown? I think that might have been Tina's business that she's holding.
Yeah.
Oh, the
perhaps,
rundown. Okay,
maybe.
well, yeah, we can bring that up
We'll
next
save
week.
it
But
for Monday.
that's a dishonorable mention
Yep.
to Tina. I'd like to give an honorable mention to the Alpha Squad. They've really brought the goods this week. But my vote this week does go to Tina.
Hang on, can you do that?
Yes, you can.
Absolutely, you can.
Can you?
Your microphone.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can do what I
Oh,
want.
I didn't know we could do that.
I'm a lion, Bill.
Yeah.
I eat when I'm hungry.
Sleep when you're tired.
Yeah. No,
I like the sun.
I give my vote to Tina, same as everybody else has said. Played an absolute blinder this week, just in all assets except for rundowns.
Thank you.
4 votes cast. Tina has got 3 of them. Mace Doug with 1, and Belle, it's time to cast your vote.
Yeah, it's annoying that I didn't go first because I will also be giving an honourable mention to Ben for his Townsville idea, and I will also be casting my vote to Tina for the calls.
Shitting it in, Teen
Big
Dog.
copycat over here.
No, I thought about mine
original
yesterday,
thought.
but but also I've noticed like on the phones as well, and just in general, you are doing a thing that is very important when you're a producer, which is looking forward. And you've been really proactive and looking. So when you look at the phones, it's like, oh, yep, you got 4 lined up, ready to go, and that segment doesn't start for another 3 minutes. All good. Instead of like, shit, we're in a song. How are you lining people up? It's been great. It's been really, really, really good. Thank you.
I mean, just take your victory lap now, you think.
We got a couple of nothing votes, but Tina, you get to cast.
Could Tina still lose if she downvoted herself and Macy downvotes her?
No.
Okay. She's truly got it. She's truly got it.
Great. No, it's been a great week, everyone. Really enjoyed it. My vote is going to go to Andy. I feel like we've gone into a little good groove this week.
Yeah.
And you've had sleep and you've just been on fire out in the studio. Like, you've just been hilarious and it's been keeping the vibes up. It's been great to have you this week.
Thank
As
you.
every week, but yeah, this week.
God bless you, sir.
God,
Well blessed.
It's like we've all been given a bit of life in us.
I hope it feels like that listening to the pod, but yeah. And not like we were like, oh, so over the other show. It's just like, it's just doing a new thing and having a fresh start gives you a bit of a new lesson
Just
of
not
life.
doing breakfast.
And literally, it's like even having an hour less in the show, it's like we've really got to make it count the time we do have. Do you know what I mean? So
Hashtag choose love. Douglas, you're up to votes there.
Shout out to Jack on the Shannon Knoll video. I thought that was excellent.
It was
well done.
very good video. And you said it was your favourite video you've done with the team since you've been here.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't
awesome.
think it's my best edit, but I think it's my favourite.
it's just fun.
Shout out to Scud because he's still getting up the crack of dawn, so
Sure is.
heart goes out to him. But I'm going to follow the love and vote for Tina this week.
Team.
Obviously, everything that happens in and around the show, but you've also picked up a lot of the promotional stuff. So, shout out to you, Tina. You're killing it at the moment.
Potentially,
girl.
is that the biggest
I think that's
win of
would
all
have to be
time?
one of the biggest.
It would be one of them. Macy romped it in after the sleepover.
But also,
in terms of
Bring it up.
percentage, it
there's
would be
less
pretty
people in
high.
the room to vote at the moment.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to take that into account.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, it's an absolute thumping.
It sure is.
What are you going to celebrate tonight?
Hang on,
or
should we get the official?
Prize winner, Will.
Should we get the official count?
Andy, 1 vote. Douglas, 1 vote. Tina with 5 votes. I proclaim Tina team member of the week.
Tomorrow.
Tina Mopwell, don't worry.
Yeah, no.
Team member of the week.
Tina, would you like to say a few words?
No.
Good choice. How gracious.
He's learning.
True Tina
Very
style.
good, Tina.
Good stuff. All right. Catch you next week. God bless you.
All right, bye.